Okay, good evening, Villa Park. We're calling the meeting of the COW for the Villa Park Committee of the Whole at 6 p.m. This is June 10th, 2024. I am Clerk Koronecki, and I will be taking the roll. Trustee Alfano?
Here.
Trustee Cordova?
Here.
Trustee Corkery? Trustee Kozar? Trustee Kumar? Trustee Patrick?
Here.
President Kazone. Okay, in the absence of President Kazone, I'm asking that we would appoint our longest-serving trustee, which is Trustee Patrick, to serve as President Pro Tem for this meeting. Is there a motion for that?
I can make that motion.
Okay, Trustee Alfano, that's the first. Second?
I'll second him.
Trustee Cordova, thank you very much. Okay, any comments on that or questions? Okay, I'll call the roll. Again, Trustee, I'll call the roll. Trustee Alfano?
Yes.
Trustee Cordova?
Yes.
Trustee Patrick?
Yes.
Okay. Trustee Patrick, if you please take the chair, and you can be our President Pro Tem. Thank you.
Do you have to do that for both meetings?
Yes. All right. Good evening, everybody. Again, I'm Kevin Patrick. I'm here tonight filling in for our village president, Nick Kazone, who is currently with his wife in Rome celebrating their 40th anniversary. So congratulations to them there. If you can all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Take your seats. So this evening, we have a presentation on the new recreation center. Director Gola.
Thank you, Trustee Patrick. Today we have representatives from WB Olson, Dan Pulpus, and Chris Powell that'll kind of update the board on and the residents out there on where we're at with the construction of the recreation center. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. We just want to give you a quick update as to where we're at. We thought this was a good time during the project to let everybody understand. Everybody's been driving by it, seeing the progress, but we're at the point in the project now where seeing it driving by, you might not see as much going on that's actually going on because the outside is coming along very well. So we just want to do a brief review of where we're at and some of the things that we've been accomplishing over the time that we've been out there. So we did have videos. Videos are not working. We did walk through the project to give you guys a walkthrough so that you were able to see what was going on. With that not being available, I guess you get to listen to me. So first floor, things are going well. Some highlights, the elevator shaft has been installed. Underground utilities are all in place. The slab on grade, as you can see from our photo up there, is installed and ready. The above ceiling mechanical systems are being installed at this time. CMU walls started. I should probably step back. This is all based on June 1st. A lot's happened since June 1st. I'll bring you up to speed on that in a second in terms of these items that we've got listed here. The drywall partition layout has been completed. Things that were coming up in the next month, we're going to pour the depressed slab in the multi-purpose room. That slab is depressed in order to accommodate the new wood floors that go throughout that space. The drywall, the framing of all the partitions for the drywall will be going up. All the in-wall rough-ins or mechanical systems will be beginning, and our window system will be installed. Since the 1st of June, since we're already at the 10th, all the CMU is complete. The slab on grade will be poured this week, so we're in good shape there, and things are progressing quickly on the first floor on the interior of the building. On the second floor, things are moving a little quicker on the second floor because of the way things worked out with the slabs. We did work basically from top to bottom here. The slabs are poured, all the walls are framed, all the mechanical systems above ceiling are installed. All the mechanical systems inside the walls have been roughed in and are ready. Generally, we're ready for drywall on that floor. What we're waiting on there would be the window systems. Obviously, we can't put in any of our drywall or anything that is weather dependent until window systems get installed, which brings us to our upcoming activities for the second floor. The second floor, we have the expansion joint system between your gym and the program space needs to be installed. We're working through that hopefully this month. The acoustic subfloor in your fitness room needs to be installed. The sound deadening material between the first floor and the second floor is going to go in. And then the big one is our window systems, and they are scheduled to be delivered end of next week. So we're looking at windows coming in here in June, or window systems, I should say. Your gym space is coming along quickly. You've seen a lot of action as you're driving by. You'll see a lot going on there. The roof system has been fully installed as of this week. The running track framing has been installed per this report. I can tell you that it's done. The safety rails are up. They went up, and they're wrapping up the welding this week. So running track concrete slab is installed. The railing is installed. All the underground utilities throughout this space have been installed. Just so everybody is familiar, the utilities come in from the east side of the facility at the gym. So everything that feeds power, water, and so forth runs underneath the gym and then ends up in the mechanical room. So all those are in and done. The east stair tower has been completed. The stairs have been installed and poured. So things are looking really good there in the gym. Upcoming activities in the gym, we're currently, as of this week, prepping for the slab for the new floors. So that's exciting for us. The running track railing I have on here is upcoming, but that has been completed since this report has started. And the windows throughout the facility, you'll see in every one of our slides, we say window system install. It's all being delivered end of this week, beginning of next, and we'll start installing end of next week. So we're excited about getting this building wrapped up and dried in. Exterior-wise, most of the exterior work that we're going to talk about has been completed. It was one of the early items on the job. The underground site utilities have been installed and are complete. The east and south parking lots have been cut down to subgrade and stoned. The program space and the exterior wall framing has all been installed. As I'm sure many of you have driven by, have noted that all the brick facade is wrapped up out there. The brick is done. You'll see a lot of the green board up there. The roof system has been completed. We are on a roof at the facility at this time. The rain screen system, which is your siding, all the roughing has been installed, and all we're waiting on is the new siding. The siding is scheduled to be delivered end of this month. So the month of July, we'll be installing all the siding, the Nichiha product that's going on the walls. So upcoming is the wall system, is the siding, our window system, installation of the miscellaneous metal trim, which is all your copings and all your downspouts and so forth that goes installed there. Our plan is, if weather permits it, we will begin painting the exterior precast walls end of this month and into July. We also start all our hardscaping, the sidewalks, the curb and gutter and so forth are going to start towards the end of the month, beginning of July. And then the retaining wall system along the west property line, that will be installed most likely towards early July. And then we'll be looking to start wrapping up exterior work in the month of August, trying to start looking more like a finished product on the outside of the building. Some of the other things that we'd like to bring to your attention is the schedule. So to date, just for everybody's reference, we have experienced 33 days of lost work due to weather. We did start the job through the winter months, so there was a lot of that involved, so a lot of those days were there. We also experienced the change in electrical contractor due to obviously outside forces on the project in the village. The electrical contractor is no longer part of this project due to circumstances they had, and we've changed contractors on that. That was a small setback that we've overcome. Overall, we're still on schedule. It's still looking like a December completion. We're excited about doing what we can to make that better, but right now it's looking like December completion for the project. So up till now, some of the challenges that we've been dealing with and ones we anticipated We did anticipate weather delays during the budgeting and during the beginning of this project. We did anticipate supply chain issues and things that we've experienced in the past, and we did do early bid release packages for those items. Those have all come through for us. The mechanical equipment and electrical equipment that were long lead items and were released early have all been delivered. They're all on, if they're not on site, they're in a warehouse ready to be delivered. We've seen them, we've been there and looked at them, put our hands on them. I would say all the mechanical systems are delivered and on the roof that we released early. Probably about 90% electrical equipment we released early is on site and in the new electrical closet. We have a couple more items that are supposed to be on site in the next few days. So we're all set there. Very excited about the fact that we don't have to deal with those problems, because that's on other jobs we have had challenges with that. So other than that, the other things that we realized, again, the delays in the weather, which we're hoping to continue to get great weather that we got over the winter, but our rainy season is upon us. We're hoping that will go away soon. ComEd transformer delivery is our next big one. So we just got approval from ComEd Friday, and they're releasing the transformer right now. That lead time is 2 months currently. We are at the mercy of ComEd. They've been pretty steady at 2 months right now, but we've had, depending upon natural disasters within our country, that could get longer, but we do not anticipate that. We anticipate being right on task for that. New electrical contractors on board. They've been doing great. They manned it up. They've got us right back on schedule, so we're real happy about the change that was made there. We don't anticipate any other long lead items being an issue. Everything that we've been dealing with long-term is either in a warehouse or en route, so we do not see any supply chain issues impacting the balance of this project at this time. Permanent power and mechanical systems are scheduled to start up mid-August. That's important for us on this project, as we want to get the building acclimated as quickly as possible so that we can get the wood floors delivered, and they have to sit and be acclimated before they can be installed. So that's a big hurdle we have to jump over, but we're confident, we're happy with the way things are progressing with our permanent power and the fact that we have all of our mechanical systems on the roof right now. So basically, in summary on this, on the whole update on this project, is we remain on schedule. We're looking to turn this thing over in December. The project remains on budget. We do have a healthy allowance and contingency remaining on the project that we're hoping to keep healthy and happy. There have been no anticipated additional costs to date. Any issues that have been arisen, we've dealt with through the contingency allowance as it was designed for. So that's been a positive for us. Some additional scope building enhancements and so forth, we have dealt with through the contingency. So again, haven't seen any change orders to this project. We remain on budget and continue to push forward. Really, the initial risk period for this project, for anybody that's familiar with construction, is always coming out of the ground. When you put a shovel in the ground, you never know what you're going to find. It's the craziness of the world we're living in, but when you dig a hole, you never know what's inside the hole. We've gotten past that. So a lot of the items that we would have anticipated needing contingency or allowance or financial issues with, we've gone past at this point. We're very excited about the fact that it was very minimal and that we don't see a lot of potential future concerns on that side of it. We don't anticipate many future surprises, let's say. So we just don't see it. Only other item that really we wanted to bring to everybody's attention was that this original electrical contractor that was replaced does come with a cost impact, so that will be a minimal impact that will be recognized at some point in the near future that we'll have to address. But I think we're in good shape for that right now. That's it. I wish I had more pictures. The videos were great. The videos where we walked through the facility and had an engineer provide a narrative. Unfortunately, technology is not letting us bring it to you right now, but we do provide monthly updates where we do provide updated pictures. So I'm sure we're happy to share those anytime you guys need something. We'll be happy to do that at any point in time.
Excellent, thank you. I think, everybody on the board is really excited for this project and can't wait for it to be completed. Thank you for your presentation. Do we have any discussion from the board? Trustee Kumar?
I'm sorry I walked in late. I have some family emergencies going on. When or how can we get to tour the facility in a single fashion?
I would say just work with Greg, and he can let us know what time would work.
Okay, so can we make an appointment? Like, I would like to make an appointment to come and tour the facility, see what's out there, and just if you could speak on the process of that, I would be willing to send an email, shoot you an email.
You bet.
And we'll figure out a date and time.
Anybody is more than welcome to contact me, and I'd be happy to show them through, show any of you through the building. The contractors typically are done and everything's locked up by 4 o'clock, 3:30.
4 o'clock, but, I mean, we can, depending upon Greg, I mean, within reason, we can make accommodations.
Okay, if you have some after 5 or 6, we'd still be happy to walk you through. I just would have to make arrangements with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with like setting an appointment on a
Yeah.
particular day in the morning time. But if you, how many trustees can walk through at once? Just one, or can it be two? Two.
Two, we can do
So
two.
maybe, we can think about walking through 2 by 2 at one point and kind of save some time of everybody's and just to look at it from our own.
We'd be happy to show them.
I think the ideal would be somewhere around 3:30, 4 o'clock, so
Later in the day is better only because there's a lot of activity in the building, and when you're not familiar with it, construction sites are not always the safest place in the world if you're not familiar around everything.
No, so
later in the day would be
if you could just shoot us like a time frame to the trustees, we will try to work with each other, find some dates to come and see the place, and that way it's a little convenient for everyone.
I think as a basic rule, anytime after 2 PM,
Okay. So, like,
things start to wrap up about that time, the activity goes down a little bit. It's a little easier for superintendent or Chris to be down there.
yeah,
To be able to spend time to walk you through, answer questions,
Yeah.
explain a little more what's there.
so if you guys just sent us 2 or 3 days that work for you, we could make that work
well,
out really easy.
actually, if you guys could set us up 2 days that are kind of work for you guys, and an evening, maybe we can all figure out who wants to come, and that way everybody's on that page.
Okay,
Yeah, whatever's convenient for staff and them. I understand construction has to go on and things have to keep moving, so just in a positive way, just send us, a couple of days that work for you guys, and then we'll sign up.
okay.
Yes. I know today was a possibility, but that was one large chunk, 3 to 6 or something today. Could have gone.
Yeah, but we'll give you a couple of days, but if those don't work, basically what they're saying is anytime in the
After-
afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine, but let's try to do it with a couple of days. That way it just makes it easier on everybody. It is my opinion. Let's make it easy for everyone, and if someone has a conflict, we'll clearly pose that conflict to you guys. I'm presuming. I don't want to speak for the board.
Is there any other discussion from the board? Questions or comments? All right, moving along. Are there any public comments?
Cheryl Tucker. I'm a trustee of the Park and Rec thing. So my concern, or Commissioner, I'm sorry, my concern is you said you're putting the west retainment wall up for flooding things. We've had a lot of rain. Have you seen any issues with the rec center with any flooding issues?
None.
None, okay, because that area has been known to flood. So that's why I was a little concerned with all the rain. Have we figured out it's
Yeah,
a set?
the village has done well with putting an additional storm through there, and the retaining wall is part of that process. So the additional storm sewer has been put through, that's done and complete. So cross our fingers, that should alleviate all the concerns. We should have no water issues over there.
Okay. Because I love what you're doing, but I would hate for water to get in that building and start having a flood issue in it, that's all.
Mike, did you want to kind of go over some of what we have done to make sure that it doesn't leave the property? Because one of the concerns that came up through the planning and zoning process and has been an issue is flooding going west off the property. And we're trying to address some of the issues that were here before the rec center as we're working on the rec center. So you could.
Yes, thank you, Manager Pro Temp. As the manager stated, during the design, the profile of the land was actually reprofiled, and the grade actually pitches to the east currently. And the drainage system with the new building, all the storm sewers, underground drains in the parking lot, and the building all tied into that system, which actually drains east, and then it comes back and connects into Wildwood, back into that storm sewer. And in addition, knowing that historical flooding occurred on the west side, there was a small 6-inch storm sewer that ran along that edge of the property to help kind of drain the area. We've upsized it with this project to go in with a 12-inch pipe and put in some larger drains along the side. And then what Chris is talking about, that changes some elevation by pitching it to the east of a great elevation difference. So to kind of help with that, we are running like about a 2.5 foot retaining wall along that western property. That way it ensures all of our water with our new project stays on our site. Any of the water in the backyards that may accumulate from the previous grading of the properties to the west still have an outlet to drain their backyards. So as Chris stated, never say never, because Mother Nature will always trump us. We have put in a lot more infrastructure in to help alleviate any of those concerns. And we've worked with the park department to make sure that the site is compliant with all of our stormwater codes, just like any other private development. Additionally, with the upcoming project. So we're incorporating all the stormwater improvements that are needed so that we can ensure that we're not causing other future problems in that area with our development.
Trustee Kumar?
Will the spaces all be permeable that are outdoors and easy, like the parks and stuff, so that also helps alleviate
Yeah,
water?
almost 90%, I would say, of the parking lot is permanent pavers.
Okay.
That helps alleviate. That's where a lot of the storage for the whole site is actually underneath the parking lot. We're looking through the second phase, the Osland grant phase, if you want to call it, with the playground, the basketball courts, and we're looking at incorporating that additional impervious surface and how to incorporate it into the system and how we're best trying to do it. I know Greg and engineering and us have kind of been having several conversations to try to keep it at an economical cost, but ensure that we have enough storage for the location. So I think there's an option to maybe put a little bit under the playground, or we might build a temporary pond that is for the future parking lot expansion. Then the parking lot would just be filled up with gravel and then paved with permanent pavers over the top. So the majority is pervious. The majority is pervious with all the parking lot. Obviously, the building is the building, and the walkways around are still concrete, but we try to minimize the amount of impact the stormwater will have on our system.
Yeah, the more pervious, the less stormwater impact, so that's.
Correct.
Are there any other comments from public? All right, seeing none, we will move to adjourn. Can I get a motion for adjournment? Trustee Corkery? Second. Trustee Kozar. We will adjourn this meeting at 6:24 PM.
She'll do a voice vote.